Hey guys, welcome to the RISKMAN channel. Today's video we're going to focus on entry-level GRC, IT audit, and cybersecurity professionals from India that are trying to navigate the US job market and trying to get hooked on with a US company. We're going to show you how to do that, and we're going to show you what things you should say, what things you shouldn't say. But before we get into the video, I want you to like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content, and hit that notification bell so you'll be updated with all the latest RISKMAN content. So with that, let's get right into the video right now. Okay, so the first order of business when you're applying for a job with a U.S. company is you want to be up to date and versed on some of the U.S. regulations that govern these companies. And one of them is HIPAA, which is the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. Then you have SOX, S-O-X, which is the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, and then HITRUST, which is the Health Information Trust Alliance. And those are just a few regulations that you want to be up to speed on when you're applying for a job with a U.S. company. Okay, so throughout my career, I've interviewed quite a few candidates from India, either for outsourcing positions or for permanent full-time positions. And one thing that I've found is that in these interviews, a lot of the candidates do not research the company that they're actually applying for the position with. And what this does is it gives the employer that's interviewing you, it gives them a sense of that you really don't care about the job that you're applying for. So you need to really, when you get in there, you need to really do some research on the company that you're interviewing for, just to make sure that it's a culture that you want to be a part of, for one. And for two, you want to know that your skill sets fit that particular position. So do your research on the company that you're applying for, and things will go a lot smoother, and it'll present you in a real positive light. Another thing that I find that's a big mistake that a lot of candidates do is they do not tailor their resume to the job description. And by that, what I mean is a lot of times I'll get resumes and they won't be, I'm looking for a risk management analyst or something like that, and this person is a security engineer. You need to tailor your resume to that position, because what that position is going to consist of is, what I would be looking for is somebody that has risk management skills, knows how to do risk assessment, knows how to write a risk. You also need to master your behavioral part of the interviews, and this is another thing that I found with candidates from India that we run into at times. It's the word salad. A lot of candidates, you ask them a question and they'll talk 20 minutes on a topic that's not even related to the question that you asked them. So you need to stay on topic when we're talking about, answering questions in an interview. Stay on topic and don't give word salad answers where you just talk, and you don't really give an answer to the question. That's very frustrating for the interviewer. So make your answers concise, make them direct, and to the point of what the question was that was asked. If you don't understand the question for whatever reason, ask the interviewer to repeat the question so you can gain more clarity on providing an answer to that question. Technical abilities is a good portion of interviewing for a GRC, IT audit, or cybersecurity position. It's very important, but you don't need to spend 30 minutes on it. Do a brief overview of your technical skills as it relates to the job, and then move on. What we want to see is not only your technical skills, but we also want to see your soft skills. We want to see your personality. You need to bring your personality out in these interviews, and what I find is a lot of candidates, they'll sit there and they'll talk 15 minutes about how technical they are, and it's a very monotone, pointed description of what their abilities are, but they don't show their personality. So show your personality. I find that when I've talked to candidates and I ask them something personal about, what's your hobby? What do you like to do? They light up. They first start out as in this monotone, robotic way, and then When you ask them about something personal in their life, what their hobbies are or something like that, they light up and their personality, real personality shows. So show your real personality and let people know how you would fit in their culture. So you also want to showcase your cross-cultural adaptability. By that, what I mean is you want to show how you can work with different teams. If you have some experience, past experience that you've worked with different teams and different groups, you want to show that connection. You want to show how you actually worked with these teams and what your successes were and what your challenges were as well. Lastly, you want to ask questions in the interview. You want to ask meaningful questions once the interview concludes, or you can ask these questions within the interview as well. But there's 3 questions I feel that you should ask. One, you want to ask about the company culture. What is the company culture like? What is the opportunity for growth in the company? And then what is your specific role within the company? You want to know that because you want to know what kind of job or jobs you'll be doing. And then you also want to ask questions about learning and development. How does a company support learning and development? How do they support education, certifications? I have a set of questions in a free ebook that I have, and the link is down there in the description. And you can go use these questions. You don't have to ask them in order. As a matter of fact, I recommend you don't ask them in order, but at least ask those top 3 questions that are in the document. And that'll give you an idea of what the company is like, what their culture is like, how you would fit into that culture. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And if you have questions, leave them in the comments below and hit that notification bell so you'll be updated with all the latest RISKMAN content. With that, RISKMAN signing out.